Hey,
Yeah,
Dani, I know we are live. This is Midwest Chicana Chingona segment. I'm so excited to have this broadcast because I have two phenomenal ladies here. One as a co-host and one as a phenomenal guest. So I'm going to introduce my co-host first, Kristen. Hi, how are you? If everybody recognizes her,
hello.
she is from our Latina Chicana podcast. She helps out in so many ways, and she's getting married. So I just want
Oh,
to tell you
yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I still forget that sometimes. It's only been a few days, so just give me some time.
Exactly. How are you tonight? And I'm so glad that we have you on here because you are very much into the music theater world, and I knew you would be phenomenal co-host in this segment.
Yeah, thank you. I'm excited to be here, especially with another Latina artist too.
Mhm.
It's we definitely need a highlight of those more in Kansas City and just in the music industry in general. But I'm doing well. I'm excited. I can't wait to ask you a bunch of questions and pick your brain. And yeah, I'm just me siento muy excited.
Yay! And further ado, this is the phenomenal segment in regards to music and the amazingness of this Latina artist, artist Selene, right? Is it Selene?
What's up, everybody? It's your girl,
Hi.
Selene, coming at you from Kansas City. Chicana podcast here in the Midwest. What's up?
Love you so much. This is our first time actually being together, and I'm so honored to meet you. And I know Kristen feels the exact same way. Your music is phenomenal, and I just can't wait for other people to hear it. I'm sure everybody's heard it in Kansas City, but we are about to talk to you, get to know you a little bit better, and then you're going to give us some beats in a little bit too, right?
Girl, you know I got you like that.
Yes, you do.
Little sample, let y'all hear what the Chingona song is all about.
Yes. And if anybody has questions or comments, please send them into our chat. I will monitor those and put those in so that way we can get those answered for you. But Kristen, you want to kick us off and ask some of these amazing ladies like some amazing questions?
Yes, of course. So I'm gonna ask the cliche question of like, when did it all start for you?
Well, I grew up going to choir. I was a theater kid. I was in the musical Hairspray, and I in college I was in an a cappella jazz group. So I've been doing music my whole life. My whole life. Church, leading worship, wherever. Music is it's my saving grace. It's my what I live and breathe for. If it's not my child, it's music. Music. I got two babies. I got baby girl, and then I got baby music. you know, and I started doing it professionally, and just said, the hell with it. I'm going to give this a shot, put my stuff out there about a year ago. So I've only been doing it a year professionally so far right now. And yeah, just a year officially.
Well, congratulations on that. That's a big feat to be, like a lot of people, I feel like with local artists especially, it's, hard to kind of maintain that motivation because, you got to build up people listening to you and like your audience and your demographic. So I can understand where it gets discouraging, but good on you and congratulations for being out for a year and successfully too. That's awesome. So what made you like want to really represent like who you were? I know that you're single Chingona, right? Which is bomb, which is dope. But what made you really want to go that route of like really repping who you were and not being afraid of like what people would say?
Well, here's the thing. I'm just offensive as fuck. Wherever I go, I'm gonna offend somebody. I'm a big bitch who doesn't give a shit about anything. I'm queer. I'm Latina. I'm documented. You know what I mean? I'm Chicana at the same time because I grew up in the States. I'm too white for the Mexicans. I'm too Mexican for the gringas. You know what I mean? You can't make anybody happy. You cannot. you know what I mean? And so I grew up being bullied for every reason in the book. I was bullied as hell. I was bullied, bullied, bullied. And coming from a bullied background, it just you just get so used to being the black sheep, being the one in the room, and I turned my black sheepness into the spotlight. And I'm like, you know what? It's okay. I'm an Aquarius. I like this attention. It's all good. And so that's pretty much what you got to do. If you're different, you just own it, baby. You own it. And that's what my new single is about, is like owning who you are and saying like F the haters, because there's always going to be haters. Even if I was skinny, white, and blonde, there's going to be haters. There's going to be haters, and you just have to, you can't live your life in shame. It's all about self-care and self-love, and you just got to love yourself where you're at and just represent, because there's going to be other people out there that are going to be like, I get that, I'm with you, you know what I mean? So that's what Chingona and my song represents. It's not just like a song to me. I mean, it's my baby, it's my song, but it's also a way of life. It's just like, you know what, whatever. I can let my negative bullying experience keep me down, keep me insecure, keep me in depression, or I can represent it and be like, oh.
I love it. Because of being in Kansas City and, you know, this is the Midwest, how did you get to where you're at right now? Like, what were the stepping stones? I mean, was it like, hey, I'm going to do this and find my outlet, or was it like that road for other people that are trying to maybe do the same thing you're doing and they're feeling that I can't be myself to even do this, or I don't even know where to go to even start. Like they have this amazing musical background and want to do something with it, but they just don't even know where to begin. Do you have any advice for them, or what was your story in that space?
Well, I was exactly in that space where I had all these secret songs in a journal, where I had all these dreams and ambitions, but I don't even know how to get off the couch. Um, you know, and so I really I reached out to someone in my vulnerability, to a mentor, someone in the industry who's been successful. Actually, Enrique from Making Movies. I reached out to him and I said, "Hey, Enrique, hello, it's little me. You know, would you be willing to sit down and, you know, have 30 minutes every time coffee? I want to talk to you about something." And so he did. He met up with me, little me, you know, a whole nobody, and gave me his time and day because, you know, he serves his community. So of course, you know, shout out to Enrique. What up, homie? And I asked him a million and one questions about how I would even go about it. And he gave me a lot of good advice. He gave me a lot of hard truths. He gave me just a lot of like confianza, like a lot of confidence to just be like, hey, if you really want to pursue this, this is what it's going to take, pretty much blatantly. And then after I like just took it in and pondered, I just went for it, because at the end I have nothing to lose. So if you're an artist out there of any kind, I suggest reaching out to someone who you look up to. Look up to someone who's already doing it and ask them to sit down with you and share your questions and your insecurities. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable, because from vulnerability, I mean, that's how people grow. You know what I mean? You can't ever win anything if you don't take a shot. You only got one shot and one opportunity. Sorry, I had like an Eminem moment there.
Hey, we'll take it all day. I know you can keep going. We're good with that. This can actually just be the show of music. That would be phenomenal. Like nobody wants to hear me talking, so.
Right, everyone's gonna do a number, and then we'll have a dance number.
That's awesome.
That's funny. I love that you mentioned Enrique. I know him. I've performed with him a couple times. Just a quick side question. Do you know my sister, Mandy?
Yes, I do. She's freaking awesome. I think she's the nicest. I actually met her. Enrique was like, "Hey, come to this open mic. My students are performing. Perform a song." And I was like, "Performing in front of people? What? I'm ready for that. I've never performed any of my stuff before." And he's like, "Just come out. It'll be fun." I'm like, "Okay." So there I go, like gonna perform one of my like songs for the first time, like outside of my house. And you know, and to some people it's just a bunch of kids and students, you know, and some other people that work his rebel school. But to me, it was like, and so I performed it. Yep, I performed it, and Mandy and Duncan were like, "Yes!" in the background, like hyping me up, and I was like, "Wow, really? I think I might be good."
That's so funny.
I could totally see Kristen doing that. So I see how that is like a family thing for sure. Just very
It
supportive
sure
and
is.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Going off of like live performances, so that was
Yeah.
like your first live performance, like in front of a crowd of people?
Not first live performance. I've performed many times. But that's the first time I performed my songs.
Okay, okay. So how did you, I know what it even feels like, the nerves I get just performing somebody else's music.
Mhm.
What does it feel like, and how do you get over that nervousness of performing your own music?
Well, I think just being prepared. Um, One of the worst things about me and in my artistry is that I did not practice enough. And whether like, oh, my toddler, my job, oh, I would come up with all excuses, which are vital. It's hard being a mom. It's hard running a household. Like these are legit things, but also you make time for what's important to you. And I was not just making the time. So I think the more I practice, just practice your art, practice, practice, practice. And that's all you can do. If you know the songs and you've practiced it, you got nothing to lose. Just go out there and just do the damn thing. So that's pretty much it. That's all you can do. Just practice your art. Get good at it. Get good.
Yeah. Selena, I have to say, I admire you so much. So I've admired you for a while afar because I know your sister Vanya, who is a phenomenal artist, and I knew about you through her and the amazing stuff she would post about you, and then we became friends on Facebook, and so I got to see more about what you do. Some of the things that I just love, of course, is the fact that you're so honest and you are vulnerable and you're just like, I'm me. And that makes me like, I watch you and I'm like, I need to be more like me. Like, you continuously remind me to always just do what you need to do, you know? But what I really would loved recently was the fact that you went out and did tributes. And I literally cried. I'm about to cry right now just thinking about it. But for the Black Lives Matter movement and for Vanessa Guillen. And can you tell us a little bit about, first, why did you want to do that? We know why, but just tell us a little bit about the story, about how you got incorporated with that, and just the probably the emotional part of that, and just the whole feelings around doing both of those tributes.
Yeah, well, I was super passionate about those movements because number one, it affects my community. Unfortunately, there's Latino people that think that Black Lives Matter doesn't affect them at all. But just a reminder right now, I'm calling y'all out because it absolutely does. There's Black Latinos, and in our community, if it matters, I mean, if it affects them, it affects us. Now, being a Latina who's white as fuck, I have privilege that brown Latinas do not get. So I would like to use my privilege for the best. Use it as best as I can possibly get because I've seen I've worked in cleaning most of my adult life, and I have seen, unfortunately, the discrimination against how people would treat me versus how someone would treat a Black Latina or a Black woman or Black African American or a brown Latina. And it's real and it's ugly. I've seen it with my own eyes. And how can I not be moved? How can I not be affected? And being an artist with maybe just even the babyest platform, if I can make a difference in any way, that's why I do it. And so I got invited to sing at two different vigils for Vanessa Guillen, and I was so honored. It's been by far the best thing I've done this year. And I got to sing the first one with accompanied by uh, I hope I do not mess up their name right now. I'm sorry if I do. Mariachi de Oro, Mexico, Kansas City. And they accompanied me in Amor Interno, and it was the first time I sang mariachi music, and like it meant the world to me. It meant the world to me to grieve with my community. There's just nothing like feeling plugged in, you know what I mean? Feeling plugged in, feeling involved, feeling like you're making a difference, mourning something important, um, and all of the above. It's just, it's good. It's good. It's definitely better than staying home and just liking posts, you know? You know what I mean? And not that there's anything too, because there's people that can share stuff and make a huge difference. But when you're out there in the front lines, like, whoo, they're nothing like it. You know what I mean?
Well, and that's the whole thing. Like, I know I couldn't be there. I have a family at home that are vulnerable, and but just being able to watch it live and to be able to hear that and feel like you're just a part of it, and just emotionally connect yourself with that situation. It's just you made that into like this beautiful ceremony, just for all of us to feel like we have just gravitated to this new world of like embracement. It was just an amazing feeling, and I can't even explain to you the feeling I felt when I heard your voice. So that for me alone has been like such an amazing thing that you've given our community and back, and I'm just so excited for all that you are doing. So I got a shout out for that t-shirt. I keep looking at it and I want the world to see it. The amazing t-shirt you have on right now. Can you stand up and show everybody this beautifulness? Yes. Can you tell us a little bit about your idols? And yes, I love it.
But legitly, Selena is my idol, boo, because she's Chicana, and people made fun of her for not singing perfect in Spanish. And I'm like, that's me. That's my life.
Love
I'm
it.
going to do the washing machine for y'all.
Yeah. Do the washing machine. That's amazing. That's amazing. She's amazing.
Yeah.
She was doing what everybody else is doing right now before it was popular. I think she was such a huge fashion icon in her time, and she was way ahead of her time, even with her music. And I think that her legacy sometimes goes a little under the radar. And I think people just know the movie, but people need to look more into Selena, because she definitely is an icon and a legend. So I appreciate your icon.
Yeah.
And her performance, man, she was such an artist. The way she performed at 23, you would think she's a Beyonce that's been doing it for like,
Right.
20 years. No, she was 23 doing the damn thing. Like, if you go to her YouTube and watch her bring it, it's just like, wow.
Yeah. I could do it for hours. Girl.
You got a shout out here from Marco Reyes saying that they love you, so proud of you, and you're the Chingona, my baby sister. I love it.
And love you, Marco. Shout out to Marco and my sister Vanya. Love you, siblings.
So who else is an idol of yours? Like somebody that you just look up to, even if it's somebody here from Kansas City. Like, is there other people that you want to shout out?
They're not from Kansas City, but the whole reason I started even doing music legitly is because of Alicia Keys.
Wow, I love it.
My number one idol, and she's the reason I started picking up piano by ear. My first songs I ever started singing and playing were from Selena and Alicia Keys, legitly. If it was not for Alicia Keys, she got me through my sophomore year in high school when I would come home and cry because I would be bullied, and I would throw on her As I Am album, and just like, it was good. It was good. I was fine after that. Shout out to Alicia Keys. I love you.
We'll have to hashtag her like.
Right. It'd be funny if, like, as a surprise, we're like, well, guess what? We have Alicia.
You never know. If you don't do it, you'll never know.
Do not play with my emotions right now.
I love it. Oh, Melissa's on. Giving you a shout out.
My heart just skipped a beat.
I love it. So
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead, Kristen. No, okay. You go ahead.
Sorry. My question is, so I like to write music as well, but I struggle a lot with it. And I know that I'm not the only young musician that also struggles with writer's block, especially when it comes to music. What do you do to write the perfect song, or like, how do you go about writing a song?
Listen, what helps me with I get writer's block is number one, linking up with other musicians and just jamming. I remember like someone would just be playing guitar and I would start singing over it, like just some runs and just like, and it just awakens in you, just jamming and being around other artists that inspire you, environments, live shows. Um, I remember I had artist block, and then after the live show from the Rebel Academy last December, watching all those kids just doing their damn thing, I came home and started writing a new song, legitly. Like watching other people do what they love to do inspires the hell out of me and pushes me. And I'm like, man, if these kids can do that, so can I, you know? And like legitly, like they're legit. And I think number two, if you know you can't like go up and do a bunch of live shows, hang out with the homies right now. Um, Putting on your favorite jams, like the artists right now who inspires me, like legitly right now, is Lizzo. When sometimes I put on Lizzo and I just start jamming and just just dancing to her. Me and my daughter both love Lizzo. We put on Lizzo and dance to it. She knows all her songs too. And she actually knows who she is, and I'll put her on and she's like, that's Lizzo. My 4-year-old daughter. And yeah, just playing music that inspires you. Sometimes my favorite making movies segment, I love making movies. I've been a fan of them since I was 15, actually.
Wow.
And when they had Brandon and on the drums and Nick on the bass, I've been following them for a while, way before they're as big as they are now. So my favorite making movies is their live recording on NPR on YouTube, because I just love live performance. There's nothing like hearing the acoustics. There's nothing like the acoustic percussions and stuff. Like it's so like fire. Like it's just, it inspires me. And just hearing like, or when, and during the segment, JC gets up in the middle and starts doing a sapateada. Like I'm like, yes, okay, JC. Like that gets me lit. Like, and then I get off and I want to start jamming, and I'm like, oh, I want to create like stuff like that. So number one to get out of like writer's block is just start writing and get inspired. Another two is that I second guess, like, wow, this is probably so whack right now. I'm not even gonna write it down. Like it's so whack, but like you don't even know if it's gonna be bad if you don't just get it out. The point, number one point, is just getting it out. Just get it out. It's bad or good. Just get it out. Just write it out. And who cares? Just start singing. Just start playing. Because that's the only way like you can start doing anything with your whole life.
So what do you have going on next? So do you have anything planned or upcoming? I know we're in COVID, and just I love concerts. I love live music. I'm the same way. Like I miss it. I feel like I took for granted like all those shows, right? You think about it now, you're like, I would do anything just to be in a crowded mess of just people just jamming. But what's next for you?
I'm so excited. Actually, I have a lot of good things coming. I am in right now, well, in September, hopefully, if it all goes through in the name of Jesus, I'm going to record the music video for Chingona, and I want to highlight the Chicano culture here in Kansas City, and I want Chicano people in it. I want like lowriders in it. I want like Mexican businesses in it. I want murals, like just everything. I want it to be like Latinx as fuck. Like, so hopefully if it all goes through, I'll record it like near the end of September. I want like organizations to be a part of it. I want people to like wear like Vanessa Guillen t-shirts and like just everything, all of the above, because that's what like I feel represents the song, like the Chingona. And number two, I'm oh, excuse me, that was my phone. Gonna mute it real quick. Okay, sorry. Number two, I have a new drummer named, shout out to Skylar. What up, homie? He is so talented. And a new bassist named Leland. Shout out. And they are so good. And we are making music together. We are a band, and we are rehearsing like crazy for all of you beautiful people in Kansas City, so you can hear some really awesome like music and that's not just like a track, and it's going to be so awesome, guys. These musicians are like top notch, and I've only been playing guitar for like a year, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I am not afraid to say that I am rusty AF, but your girl's getting better. Your girl's putting in the hard work, and they are lifting her up and pushing her and lighting a fire under my butt to get better. Practicing your art, practicing your art. So I'm getting better for y'all because I want to get better personally in my art, and I hope that you guys love all the future music that I'm gonna put out, and I'm just excited. It's a good time. It's a good time.
If people want to be involved in your video, can they DM you? Is there somewhere where they can contact you? Are you pretty easy on Facebook? Like, what's the best way?
Yes, if you are Latinx, Chicanx, Mexican, Argentinian, literally all of the above, and you have a business, an organization, a lowrider, a booty that can drop it low, and you want to be involved in and just in the video because it's going to be fun, please, you can email me at artistselene@gmail.com. And just like my name, except no capitalized letter, just artistselene@gmail.com. I'm also on Instagram as Artist Selene. I'm also on Facebook as Artist Selene. Please contact me even if it's just you and your homies, and you just want to be posted up in the back. Yes, I live for it. I am here for it. Please post up in the back. Please.
So I know you're not shooting it now, but maybe you can get some pre-footage. There's a huge lowrider event happening on Sunday the 30th of August, and it's in front of my husband's shop. They're blocking the entire Truman Road down. They're gonna have a stage and everything. So if you need pre-recorded stuff, where I know you're not shooting the video then, but if you need pre-recorded stuff or whatever, I would highly advise you to go there because there's going to be people from Las Vegas because my husband's car club is coming in from Las Vegas and bringing in their cars. So there's just going to be, they've never shut down Truman Road before. So obviously they know it's going to be pretty big. So I would highly, highly suggest you to get some pre-recordings.
Wow.
I will be there in my best booty shorts.
I love it.
And go up to you and be like, you do not know me, but please, can I please take some quick videos of me in my shorts?
There you go. They will not mind at all. They will not mind at all. Love it.
What a godsend, Deanna. What are the odds?
I know. Well, and Tanya is a small world. First your sister, then all the connections, and then now, oh yes, this would be perfect for you to come down and do that. And then who knows? Maybe we can even get you on stage for a quick song or something. I mean, there is a stage there, so that'd be really cool.
I will.
Absolutely.
I will run it there.
So talking about songs, Kristen, do you have any more questions before we get Selene to actually sing for us and do some amazing?
Oh, I just have one more question. What are some artists that you want to start collaborating with? Local or not?
Well, I think it'd be really cool. No pressure, Enrique. It'd be really cool to collaborate with making movies and have me do some spoken word or rap, just like in their song, Help Me Out. Help Me Out, the one they did with Las Cafeteras. Somebody help it out. Oh, don't mess it up. What is the name? It's one of my favorites. God, I am losing it right now. Well, I cannot remember the name, but they have a song with Las Cafeteras, and the guy from Las Cafeteras does it. Tormenta. I'm sorry, y'all. I am sorry, Enrique. Tormenta, yes. And the guy from Las Cafeteras, does some spoken word on there, and I thought, dang, that'd be so dope if they ever did something like that with me. Like I'd legit jump on that and collaborate. I think that'd be really cool. Another artist that it's been, I think would be really cool. Shout out to Regina Del Carmen. I see you, boo. We need to link up already. Link up. So
I've been watching her since she's been at Maddie Rhodes, like doing the state, the festivals and things. Oh my gosh, she's just phenomenal.
Yes, she is. She is like legit. And so I think it'd be awesome to collaborate with her. Dang. Who else? Gosh. I think those are my top two right now. I mean, obviously Lizzo. I'm like, please, Lizzo. I want to be the Latina Lizzo.
Okay, listen, when I listened to Chingona, my boyfriend and I listened to it in the car, and I was like, she's like the Chicana Lizzo. Like, that's exactly what we said.
That is the biggest compliment. I love her. I love Lizzo so much, y'all. She just like gives me life. She's just like not afraid to be who she is, and that her being herself made me want to be good and like feel good in my own skin, And it's, I love Lizzo. She's so cool.
So you got to give us some, of your music. You gotta do this. So whatever you would love to do, we're going to give you this platform, and I'll just put it on you, so that way we can highlight you on whatever you'd like to sing or play.
I will do some freestyle of Chingona. Okay. I should have brought my guitar. I would have done it with my guitar, but that's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
About that. I did not think about that, but I'll do some freestyle Chingona. I'll do a couple verses of it. All right, whenever you guys are ready.
Okay, let me get this over here. Let me see if it'll go over there by itself. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to remove us.
Have explicit lyrics. All right, you ready for this? All right. I'm so motivated, can't nobody fuck with me. I'm so elevated, ain't no demons hiding me. I'm trying to live from a good place, kicking out the haters cause they don't go in my new space. I don't have time to be negative, so if you want to mess around, then go chill with the president. Ooh, que chingona. Esas bitches envidiosas que mamonas. They're not even on my level, sorry for ya. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, what a bad bitch. Fuck it up, drop it low like a savage. Boss moves real smooth like a classic. Cheese more size, mad cause they don't have it. Hype yourself up, ponle crema a tus tacos. Ponte la pilas is my number one motto. Kicking it back with cerveza y clamato. Homies always running late, girl, where you at though? Prices wanna hate cause they know I'm a Chicana. Gringos don't wish shit cause I'm a bad Mexicana. Oh, I see you looking donut like you don't wanna. Bitch, better leave with that sad looking Honda. Ooh, que chingona. Esas bitches envidiosas que mamonas. They're not even on my level. Sorry for ya. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, what a bad bitch. Fuck it up, drop it low like a savage. Boss moves real smooth like a classic. Cheese more size, man, cause they don't have it. So keep hating, keep hating. It must be frustrating to not be as thick as me. I know you get jealous of what you see because I'm big, I'm loud, and I'm Mexican. I'm proud. Soy patrona y cabrona. But on top of all of that, I'm chingona. Coming to you live from my sister's office, yo. Yep. I just did that whole beat on the table.
Yeah, you did amazing.
I feel like the most lit middle school person. You know how like did you guys ever have like in middle school or high school like make beats on your desk?
Yes.
Before the teacher yelled at you.
You didn't even need your guitar, boy. You did phenomenal. Like you should just do this like all the time. You just get on a platform and just play like that. We'll just listen to all your lyrics that you do.
That was really fun. I'm not gonna lie.
We'll have you back anytime you want. We'll just be like, she's just gonna flow.
Right. That was dope.
Well, it was. Kristen, you have any last words? Anything that you'd like to ask Selena?
No, be my friend. Let's be together.
Yes, boo. Let's get lunch.
Please
Let's
put a mask on. Everybody wear a mask.
She's gonna have lots of people on her DMs. Watch, there's lots of people on wanting to be her friend for real. After so I hope so many
that's
amazing
all.
things happen. Yeah.
That's all. I love friends. I'm friends. Please, let's get sushi. Let's go shopping at Walmart. I need new leggings. Please.
I'm with it.
This
Friendship request accepted.
This has been the most lit podcast ever. I love you. You're just phenomenal. I love that you're yourself and that you just come out here and you just give it all. Like just doing that rendition right now was just like, bam, I want to be you. Like, how do we be you? So I just appreciate you coming on here. I'm glad that we met finally. I know it's through virtual, but anything you need, just let me know. I can hopefully help in any way. And I know Kristen is exactly the same way. We're here as a family and as a community helping to each other. And I know you do a lot of that in our community. So I just want to thank you so much.
And thank you for having me out, Deanna. And thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for providing a space where I've performed at. Thank you for serving us, living it up, respecting our art, giving us a platform for us to do the damn thing. So shout out to you, girl, because you're an inspiration to many people too, in your own skin.
Oh, we're all like this right here is fire. Like this is what needs to happen all the time, right? Constantly. So that way others can just see that you don't have to have, a lot of money. You don't have to have really anything. You can just do this, and there's so many people here to uplift you and do it with you. If that's the best part. So you have a new friend here, everybody. So please go out, friend her, get to know her, buy her music. Where can you buy your music?
You can find my music on all streaming platforms. The song is called Chingona by Selene. Other way. Right there. Look up my name on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you want. iHeartRadio, Chingona by Selene. You can add me on Instagram as artist Selene. You can add me on Facebook, and I'll post I'll post more music stuff. I want to create more music for y'all. And so to be my friend, keep with me. Let's hang out. It doesn't have to be about just supporting my art. Let's support each other in our community, man. So add me. Get with me, y'all.
And hopefully we'll see you on the 30th. I think it's a Sunday. It's the 30th. And be out there in your booty shorts. Come take pictures. Come take videos. Use that platform, whatever you need. And then reach out to her if you want to be a part of this video. If you want to be a part of anything that she's doing, please reach out to her. So, and Kristen, thank you so much. Congratulations on all that is happening with you and your amazingness.
Thank you.
And for being here and co-hosting, asking phenomenal questions.
Happy to be here. I was excited and I still am excited. Now I want to go live my best life.
I just want to have that on the background all the time.
Right.
Thank you.
I want motivational talk from you, Selene, every morning.
There you go. Can you do that?
If you want to do a segment called The Real Tea with Selene, I am about it. I will give you the real tea.
Morning cafe with Selene.
Cafecito with Selene, and I can come in with my cafe.
Just like that. That's the intro. Actually, I want to use that as my intro from now on. I have to pay you for those rights. Thank you again, everybody, for being here. Thank you. All the information about where you can find her and her streaming and her amazing music is all on the comments. And Selene, please add anything else on there that you want people to know about. But we'll have you back for sure. And we just congratulate you on all things. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kristen, too. Bye, everybody.
Bye.